is my Potter's Journal for September 28th. No, yes, 28, 2022. This year I have been working so hard in the pottery. It's a lot of hours. I think I prefer it over the farm work, nursery, greenhouse. Inside, I can put the air on in the summer, the heat in the winter. I have been working so hard trying to be a potter, so many hours. It is taking more hours, but I'm doing what I like. I have not been able to get the camera out though while I'm on the wheel. I've been so busy. A kiln opening though is fairly easy. I can do that. Okay, so let's see what's in the kiln today. And this is not one of those I didn't peek yet channels. I looked at every single one of these. And I wish more people were buying this green glaze. I really like it. Most of these guys I had to do in blue. And okay, kicked on my Coughlin Skine kick wheel. Okay, and this I think I'm sharing this kiln load with you because I do have a number of the pots with that glaze on. Let me reach behind you here and pull that out again. Here it is on my dark clay body and the spect from Standard. The hazelnut and I forget which spect, but we've looked at that before. And this one is the favorite of mine. I really like, okay, the waves on this garlic jar. There's something to them that I didn't get in all the others, but because I like this glaze, I always pull my favorite jars and forms, because they're all a little bit different, and make sure I put this glaze on them. So, and the okay, and I'll say the ugly shaped ones, I put the blue on because they'll buy it no matter what. Here it's a little bit thick, and I don't like it as much on the spect clay. And this is something I'll be thinking about. This was an experiment for a year, and I will be thinking about at the end of the year when it comes time to buy some new clay. And one of these had, okay, yeah, crack the right at the edge of the, and it glazed over, so you can't see it. Okay, what else is in here? One more of these guys. I think the only glaze the glaze I really would prefer to do the spect on is some of the tanny. Oh, here we go. Snow on Brick from Standard Ceramics, that I was always having trouble with in the past and never used much, used very sparingly. It may be that a shorter, faster firing and then a little soak, not an extended firing, is just what it needs. Okay, and these were dipped in the slip, a new type of slipware for me. I've never done the impress a leaf in it and then put the slip on, dip it in the slip, and then pull off the leaf. So these may be an idea for the espresso cups for the coffee shop. And it could be, tell me, does it look like a Christmas tree for a Christmas tree farm? Or is it just, okay, some kind of leaves? And this was a good piece. This is the Southside Historic Village. This is where I first got the request from this, was the guy at the bread oven. I made a big batch the first time I did them, and now I do like to have one or two around, but it's a bit of a novelty. And something else from the Southside Village here, the thickness of the sea mist with the black slip here and the wavy is absolutely perfect. And these were made fairly fast with a foot, no extra cuts in them. I didn't get around to making any plates for them. We'll okay, work our way down to the next shelf. And it's fun there with the village, with the other crafts people, the blacksmith shop. And here I did some of these little herb kitchen bowls with my green glaze and some slip inside. Yeah, fun with the other artists. There's a weaver there. Not the weaver, you know, a caner, and but kids drive me crazy. But here, I tried to throw some facts to them, and we talked about what would put in this bowl: salad, ice cream. And then they saw me put the holes in, and I said, okay, this will be a berry bowl, strawberry for washing and draining. But this is what got the biggest attention. Basically, I can throw, wow, if I pull this up to the camera, it is so big. It is so big, we can't even see the bowl. Okay, this guy, I can basically throw these in my sleep and talk to people at the same time, including those crazy kids. But this is so big. One lady, I only made 3 of these. This was, I don't know how many pounds of clay it is, but they don't make them. This is not something commercially available. One lady already sent me her email. Let me know when it comes out of the kiln. I want it. And one of the blacksmiths, okay, said he'd meet me at the farmer's market. So I only made 4, and 2 of them may be gone already. And we'll go down to the next level here. There is another one, but still, okay, and here the glaze is too thick. And you know, this might be just the place to re-bring up something I've discovered this year, back to that anti-graduated cylinder and specific gravity of the glaze mixing. This is a thick, heavy pie plate, relatively thin bowl, both dipped in the exact same glaze, mixed to the exact same thickness, graduated cylinder with the hydrometer reading. Well, I didn't actually do that, but it was the same glaze, and I don't know, did I figure this out wrong? Why don't the big boys tell us this? Less of a sponge of bisqueware, didn't soak in the glaze. Bigger sponge, soaked in more of the glaze. Okay, is my conclusion right or wrong? How come those channels that talk about this haven't said anything? Oh, and why haven't they said anything about this either? Here we go again. I gave up using the snow on brick from Standard because it was always bubbling and pinholing. So I'm going to have to try to repeat this exact firing, because I am starting to get it again. And I did get it in the past. I just have to be careful not to put too many at one time and fill a whole kiln with it. And what's on this? Okay, this one, the leaf impression didn't work, so I then came and scraped into it myself. So this one may look a little bit more like a Christmas tree for us here at Rooster Hill Christmas Tree. And down to the bottom, the only problem in this kiln, a few bubbles on these 3. Pennsylvania, we're taking on a bigger part of the world, but we'll be back to Pittsburgh soon. So I will dip the pinhole ones again in the glaze, very light coat, and okay, redo them. Oh, and so we are breaking from the blue. We got a nice group of these guys here, and these are the ones off the, okay, again, my Klopfenstein kick wheel. I don't have a stamp made yet. Some throw marks, each one very individual in the shape and size. Another one here. Okay, and I do like his green teeth just a little bit. After I put water on the teeth before dipping in the glaze, and then when it comes out I take a brush and wipe it off, so it's just enough glaze to have them glazed, but not for them to be, okay, totally green or lost under the blue. And okay, a little nothing shot. And here's what the thing is. Okay, so I am now producing these guys, and here they are. So at the show I will put out one in the Albany, one in the green, and just one in the blue, and then as we keep selling the one in the blue over and over again, I'll just keep reaching under the bench and pulling him out again. Okay, and she's got a nice look to her, and they're all, yeah, a little bit different, a little bit unique, and all all standards sea mist. Okay, except this guy. Alright. And once again, I made sure the one that I thought had the best look and a personality I thought I could stand sitting here in the studio with me. I put the glaze on that might be around a while, so I don't get tired of the company. Oh, and the jugs I've been working up. I've been doing the next size up, and I still want to do one more size up. Actually, I'd like to do two more, another size after that. We'll see what happens. Maybe. You know, it's been going so well. This is my 5th year back to being a potter. They do say that, you know, your first 100 pots and 5 years to master. Well, I wouldn't say I've mastered, but I can really feel it happening now. And on the small jugs, I really wish I had the camera on, because they did just happen so nicely for me. So I have no choice, maybe, but to I didn't get them out for the next size up, but maybe the 9-pound ones. You know, we'll see what happens. I'll say, stop back and see what happens in the studio next week.